Hello, welcome to... The phone is too loud. Whoa. Okay. I had to cut on my background music. For me. There's stuff for y'all, but you know, I need my little moment too, you know. Can I get some music, please? Thank you. Welcome to LogCast number 7. This has been recorded 3 different times just because of how much has happened over the course of the week, because I've been getting more active in the community. Oh wait, I closed my phone. My notes are on it. We have notes now, you know, because a lot happened and I didn't know how to address all of it at the same time. And even now that I'm thinking back on my notes, I didn't write everything I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna write it in right now in a little blank space that y'all can't see. Okay. All right. I hope y'all had a lovely week. I have. Last week was really good for me. We're gonna talk about that in a bit. I'm gonna go through this order that I made, or I'm gonna try to not get sidetracked and switch to another point. Okay, so the first thing I wrote was TikTok. So I've made a TikTok because some YouTubers had told me that that's a good idea to advertise and all that stuff. Some guy was like, oh, I got 600 subs in 2 days, and I was like, go off. Okay, that's a little wild. I don't know. He must have been posting porn or something to get subs that fast. But I don't know. I didn't look at his channel. I didn't see what he did. But, you know, it's because I think TikTok, I feel like more people will see your stuff on TikTok. Like, if I made a small video on here, it would get like 5-10 views if I tagged it correctly. On a bad day on TikTok, it's probably gonna get like 100 views. It might not get that many likes, but it'll get that many views. And okay, so a bit ago, you might have noticed that I reposted a Chi-Chi video. Like I said, TikTok repost Chi-Chi the hand or something. So I don't know what happened, right? So that was my second post on TikTok, and I was like, oh, this is too long. I should cut this back a little bit. Like, before I even got the chance to do it, it got 1K, and I was just like, do things normally get 1K on TikTok? I didn't even get the chance to figure out how the thing worked yet. It just got popular, and I was like, okay. I guess I'll leave it. But I uploaded another one. That was the fixed version of it. But I left the previous one up. So I go to sleep, I wake up, it has 14K. I think today, right now, at this very moment, on this fine Monday morning, it has 18K. And I'm just like, what? It was like the one thing I did just because, to fill up space, I guess. I just randomly did that. I made that video just for TikTok. But I wasn't expecting 18K. I have like 100 followers on TikTok just from that video that accidentally got popular. Bro, that was wild. I've had a few videos reach 1K on TikTok, but none of the, they didn't hit 18K. It was ridiculous. I think that's all I have to say on TikTok. I recommend y'all check it out. I'll probably put it in the description. I'm gonna correct myself. I'm going to put it in the description, or else I'm gonna beat past me's ass. So, look in the description for my TikTok. It's a lot of stuff I wouldn't post here because the content's a lot shorter. It's like usually a few seconds. The Raiders collab getting delayed. So, when I previously recorded this, I had said, I think I might have said the first time that I said it got canceled, and then the second time I said it got put on indefinite hiatus. This is the third time I'm saying it, because I'm actually going to do it now. I didn't do it yesterday when I said I would, because I was fucked up yesterday. I had to do the way out stream, and that was like 3 hours long, and I was so tired. Because I woke up early the next day, and then I was like, I want to die. My eyeballs hurt. And I had to I was doing a thing that I'll get into in a few points, but I was doing a thing, and I didn't get a chance to record the Raiders thing, but I followed even more voice acting people now, you know, a lot of groups, and then the groups would branch off into other people, and I was like, okay. And I just need to put the video together, and it's funny now that I've had time to think about it. I think the script is better. Like the newer script is just better than the one I had before. I don't even remember what the one I had before was. I think like V showed up and they were like, oh, like I don't remember what they said. I just remember them going like, oh, V, you don't have a voice. Like that's the only, like I remember them saying that, and then it was gonna cut to one of them going like, what about you, citizen? Would you like to voice V? And it's the one I came up with is better now. That one sucked. The old one sucked. That's why you'll never hear it. I don't even think I recorded the audio for it. So that's the thing. And I think I have 2 people in mind who can voice V when the video's up. So I might send that to them, like DM them. I've never talked to them. Like, this is the other thing. I'm trying to get myself out there more. So this Raiders collab is going to be one of the first big steps towards it. I dubbed something yesterday to get in good with someone else, but you know, it's like, okay, I guess when I talk like this, it also could be like, oh, he's a master manipulator. It's not that. It's just that I think that all of us small people, we need to do shit together. I think I've said that before. Even I think when I made the Discord, I said that. That's just how it is. Because I think the mentality that a lot of people have is that, oh, I'm not successful, why would I collab? But then when they get big, they want to go like, oh, I want to collab with these huge YouTubers. It's like, I mean, when you're small, you can mix communities, even if it's not much. When you mix, you might even attract some people from the other person's channel. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, so if I was to, when I do the collabs, because I have planned a few of them, I'm gonna like link everyone's channels, Instagrams, streams, all that stuff. I'm gonna link all of it, because we need to, you know, get together, get our shit together, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. My month. This month, right now, not the last month, whatever last month was. My brain is hyperactive right now, because I've also done a lot today. But for reference, right? This month I've had 3 peaks, all randomly. The TikTok one, the Way Out one, and one of the mixes, or 2 of the mixes, because one of them got submitted as one of the top things on Reddit, like it's in the hot section, so now all these people are seeing it, so that got views. And then the Way Out thing got like 900 views, like almost up to like a K, and the TikTok thing, like I said, got 18K. So I'm really thinking this is my month. I got 3 subs. I'm guessing from one of the things I did in the small YouTuber community, because they all came semi-recently at the same time. So I think this is my month. I think if I stay on this and nothing gets in my way, I think we're hitting 400. That was my goal for this month. I don't remember if I said that the last LogCast. Like I said, I've recorded this 3 times just because shit keeps happening. But I think my goal for the end of this month is 400. And what I'm saying is, if things keep going this way, I think I'm going to hit 400. Clean. 1 month. Easy money. Next. Voiceover. I'm in voiceover people. I speak about this all the time, right? Bro, what the fuck is this? A monster truck? Get out of, like, the loudest thing just drove by. I talk about this a lot to my itself, I guess. Like, because now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, the LogCast didn't come out, so y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But what I'm getting at is, I try to get in with a lot of the voice acting community, because when I see them doing stuff, it's a part of it is the part of me that's like, I just like to see people make things, because they're trying to make stuff better than what they have now. Like, a lot of them work like 9 to 5s, and they're like, I'm trying to be a professional voice actor, and they do side gigs and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I just like seeing people progression. I like seeing story arcs, right? And there was a podcast they had. The Stabbage the Cabbage, he runs the podcast, and it's all these other creators. And I followed like 5 of them before that. Like, I didn't know that the podcast was a thing until later, because I think one of them posted it on their story, so that's how I ended up finding all of them. But I think in the last LogCast, the deleted one, the one that I didn't post, I think I said I wanted to be on there, and then the thought processed more that I've only dubbed like 3 things. I don't know any of them. We've never talked before or collabed before. So I don't know how that would go if that was to happen. I think before I was gonna like I said last time, I was gonna start advertising the LogCasts more out to other places. And I think before I was gonna just clip the part of me saying like, oh yeah, I'd like to be a part of it, and then send it to him, and then I guess I was too hyped on that idea to really think about everything else. Like, it would be a nice experience to like talk to them, but I don't know if I would fit the bill for what would be on their podcast. I mean, we all do nerdy shit, but like, I don't know. It would be a fun experience, but I'm not betting on it happening 100%, you know? But anyway, like, let's get off just the podcast. Let's get on to each of them. So, I don't know what it is about the dubbing community on Instagram. I just find it interesting. Because sometimes their memes I just want to hear voiced. So then I just ended up following a ton of them. It started with Watts, and then it went on to, it was Watts, Brenna, and then like 800 other dubbers I just happened to run into. And I was just like, oh, okay. Golly. I'm really thinking about how I'm gonna post this. Because a lot of the times, if I'm talking about someone on here, I usually kind of want to tag them in it, like when I make the ad part. Not like, I'm not gonna go like in their DMs like, here's my whole LogCast, I mentioned you at 2025, but you know, I'm trying to think about how I'll do it. I guess that's a future problem I shouldn't worry about while I'm recording the LogCast, yeah. But yeah, Stabbage, Robbery, Watts. Oh my god, okay, his name was just in my brain. Robbery, Rob. I don't know his name. They're all cool people, is what I'm getting at. And I like their voice work. There we go. Was that so hard to say? I made it super weird. But, what's next? Reviewing people. Oh god, okay. So, Reddit, right? I don't think I mentioned this before, but in the Reddit review video, right, I was in the same community, and I was seeing a ton of people just go like, I'll just review YouTube channels, right? And then I said why don't I do that? Like, I think I had a lot of time that day, so I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just review all of these YouTubers. Everyone who sends me a video, they're getting reviewed. And I was sent about 33 channels, I think. I reviewed about 30. I was sent more than that, but I reviewed about 30 of them. And I was just like, oh my god. I have a script on it. I'm going to make a video about it where I get into it like in length, but one of the things I wanted to say here is just the fact that so many different people can make so many different things. Like, there was some content in there I didn't think of. in general, like point blank period, I never thought of it. Because when I think of YouTube, I just think of like gaming, damn, look at me. Gaming, podcasts, animation. I think of stuff like that. And it was just all this other stuff like DIY stuff and like vlogging, but like really cool vlogging. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You're just gonna have to watch the video when it comes out. And you know, it was an experience just to see all those people trying to do stuff. And reviewing them was super weird because some of them were like way older than me. Like, one guy, he had like 20 years on me. A good and healthy 20 years on me. And I was just like, oh, it feels weird telling like a fully grown man, I think you should change this. I don't know. It's because I'm not used to it, I think. It was a cool experience. I think most of the people on there were cool. I don't think anyone got mad at me. Okay. There was one guy who didn't respond to me, and I was like, I feel like he's a little upset. When I was doing the reviews, I wasn't going through it like the guy who reviewed me. I wasn't, you know, getting pissed off or triggered at them. I wasn't going like, wow, this is absolute garbage. Like, I wasn't doing that. I was just giving you the critique part. Like, imagine his first and last sentence that I highlighted in that video. That's what I was doing. I was just like, I think you should add this, maybe a little bit of this, and this is a suggestion. You don't have to do this, but I feel like you should do this. But it's not a necessity. And so I got I didn't put this in the script. I thought it was a little mean. So he makes videos off of his phone, which I know most people would go like, that's an excuse. Like, that's a good reason why you can't make super good stuff. But everything I've made has been off of my phone, like editing wise and some video wise. I feel like it's all about vision. Like, I think I've said it before in the LogCast. A lot of what you can do is just off of your vision of what you think you can do. The more limiters you put on yourself is the harder it's going to be. That's what I was trying to say. So, in short, he had sent me a video of him playing a mobile game, and I was like, ooh, okay, this is... I think I've said it before. I said it in like 2 LogCasts ago, how I feel about mobile games, or just raw gameplay in general. I think raw gameplay in general, unless it's a VOD, has no place on YouTube. Like, I don't think you're gonna hit those big numbers unless you're live or it's a VOD. And you're already popular enough for people to look at the VOD. You feel me? Like, it's not a common thing, right? So he sent me a mostly raw video of mobile gameplay, and I was like, I'm about to kill myself. Like, I have nothing against the guy, just if you send me a raw video of just you playing a game, let alone its mobile gameplay, I'm like, oh god. I was sitting there for like a minute, like, I don't even know what to tell him. And when he did his intro, yo, so I'm not clowning him, it's just, it was an experience, right? So he opens up the video, he claps. No. He opens up the video, and you can tell that he just pressed record, because you can like tell that he's in that I'm about to say something position. So you see him stare at you in your eyes for like a split second. Then he licks his lips, and then he claps. And I was just like, oh, this is not a situation that I really want to be in. So I don't even remember what I said. I think I said gaming content is already hard enough as it is, and you're doing mobile gameplay, and you didn't edit it. I think you need to fix all of these things. I didn't see if he had a thumbnail. I think he didn't. Judging from everything else, I think it is fair to say that he didn't. It's a good hypothesis to guess that he didn't. And yeah, basically I said, okay, you need to edit. Your camera quality is not the best. I'm not the kind of person who really cares about your camera quality, but of course I don't want to be looking at sprite art when I look at the screen, right? But I don't really care too much about it, but I know it's a criticism that some people need to hear. You feel me? So I was just like, your camera needs work. You can't just upload raw mobile gameplay, because literally every human can do that. I think I said his mic was weird, and you need to cut out the super long pauses, because there was a lot of parts where he was not talking, and I was like, that shit can't slide. You can't do that. And it's been 2 days, and I didn't get a response. I mean, of course I didn't curse at him. I was like, oh, you know, I think you just need to do this, but I think he was upset about it. Like, most of the people responded. Most of the people hit me with a thanks for the feedback. They hit me with a thanks for the feedback, a question, or something like that. He didn't respond, and some other lady didn't. I'm not saying that it's 100% that they want to beat me up or anything. I'm just saying that it's really strange that like 30 people found the time to respond and those two didn't. The second lady who I reviewed, she wasn't even that bad, right? Like, she had Lily Pichu's kind of editing, right? Like, it was her friends, and the text was popping up on the screen. It was not as big. It wasn't as refined as Lily Pichu's is. But it's a small channel, so it's fine. And I was watching the video, and I was like, some of y'all energy is killing me. Like, the thing is with YouTube, if I'm watching a gameplay video, right? Like, real talk, I could watch anyone play a video game nowadays. Everyone's recorded every single video game possible, right? What I tell a lot of people is, I have to be connected to you, right? Because if you're just a guy, like, a guy that cuts on the camera, and you're just like, oh, that was a jump scare. Like, you boring brick, I don't want to see that. I want to get attached to you, your editing, and if, in the best of both worlds, if I get both, I'm subbing to you. You feel me? And I thought she was boring. This isn't a bash, right? I think she was probably a nice lady, but I think a lot of people, when they're smaller, they find it really hard to get the passion to sound invested in what's happening. I mean, some of them, like, are adults, you know, adults are sad, they work their 9 to 5, they hate it, they cry, they drink alcohol. That's not the point, right? Like, it might have just not been for me. I don't know, because she was hitting the, oh no. Like, if you hit a oh no and it's like that dry sounding, I'm like, oh. I don't know. It might just be me. I think it might have just been my taste. But I remember telling her she should change up her font, because, you know, I'm like the same thing the other guy told me, because when I was watching her video, when I saw it, I was like, yeah, okay, I see what he means, right? I told her to change up her font, and I think I told her to cut a little bit. I told her to cut a little bit or add some background music. Because in my head, what I wasn't saying was, I don't think you're interesting enough to drive it with just you, and your editing is not drawing me in either. If you had some subtle music in there, it makes it a little bit better. It's one of the things that, as a viewer, you expect it to be there, but, you know, it's not. It's just a thing that needs usually be there. If you're super interesting, like, let's say, who's someone super interesting? Or people think they are. I'm not here to drop, you know, Zanny. Zanny has 1 million subs, and most of it is just him and his friends just talking. Zanny is full of energy in almost all of his videos. So are his friends, and his editing's good. And he has the text and all that, but I don't think he puts music over a lot of his scenes. He'll use it in a joke, but he doesn't have it all the time. But the difference between her and Zanny, I like Zanny. Zanny is a very hyperactive person. Her, she was just like, haha, the dinosaur shoots the rock. Haha, like, I was like, I need some personality. I need something to sub to you for. Because right now, I'm a little bored. Like, I don't know. That's my main tip to most YouTubers. You have to put yourself in your content or else I will not feel for you, you know? If you hit me with something that's just anyone can do, I'm not gonna sub to you because anyone could do it. Like, I could do it. Like, if I can do it by myself and you're not adding anything to the experience, I don't need you to do it. Like, let me tell you, one guy sent me a video of him putting in, he was modding an Oculus Rift or something to work on like PlayStation and Xbox, right? Now, I don't have an Oculus. I have no interest in getting an Oculus at this point of time. And he opened up like, what's up, y'all? And he had the green screen and he was kicking in the air and he was doing all this. And I was like, okay, I'll watch this tutorial of this thing I have no interest in. Part of it was because of the, you know, he sent it to me to review it. But other part of me was interested because he just came out with all that action, you know? Did I sub to him? I think I did. I think I did. I think I subbed to a few of those people, actually. I see a lot more tinier YouTubers in my recommended. YouTube started recommending me to myself, and I'm just like, you should do that to me for other people, you know? you should do that some other time. Just not over here. Let me see. I'm gonna look at my list again, so I don't end up going off on a rant. It's funny, I wasn't gonna script that rant. I wasn't gonna script that, what the fuck is it called? I wasn't gonna script the review video, like the one that's about to come out, not the previous one. But then I was like, I can't talk. Like, whenever I start talking on something like that, I'll just start rambling and then I'll go like, let me give you the intricate details. It's like, I'll tell you a lot of information that is not necessary. Streaming! I'm streaming. A Way Out. I'm gonna finish the game. Me and another Twitch streamer, Insomnia. That might be it, or Insomnia Scroll. I don't remember. You know? We're gonna be streaming A Way Out completely. There was an error on my side with the mic, so if anyone wanted to watch that whole video, I would recommend you go to her channel for it, because I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm not gonna lie. It said it'll pick up everyone's voices, and then we started streaming, and then it didn't pick up everyone's voices. It was just me. So I want to shout out all my commandos in that chat that were just listening to me, sounding like I was talking to myself for like 2 hours. There was a guy in there. Oh my god, I really wanted to talk about this. There was a guy in there, his name was Ray, and he was there for a good, I'm guessing like 30 minutes, right? And, so what he was, I said, my phone's dying. I didn't charge my phone because I didn't think, like, I was like, okay, people are gonna come, but they're not gonna say anything. So then people started coming and people started saying shit, and I was like, oh fuck. So I grabbed my phone that was at 5%, and I kept trying to close it as fast as I could to keep the battery going. And, so my guy, Ray. So I say, okay, stream. My phone just died, so I need to, I said I wouldn't be able to see the comments. But after a while, I was like, man, fuck that. I'm gonna go upstairs, get my charger, come back down, and plug it into the PS4. So I plug it into the PS4. And I looked down to see this dude Ray had been roasting me for like a good he was roasting me for a good like 10 minutes, and I was just like, alright Ray, alright. I was trying to stay on top of the comments. This next time, if it gets as big as the last one did, definitely. I'm gonna be active in that comment section. You best believe. I want to stream more. Just because I want to stream on YouTube. Correction. I want to make a big fucking correction for all of you, right? So, I streamed on Twitch. I streamed the two Doom videos I streamed on Twitch. Day they came out, right? Ultra violence. I know a lot of you pansies like to play on... Let me chill the fuck out. I know a lot of people like to play on normal. And also when I watch a lot of YouTubers, they do not seem to be that good, right? That's not a jab. It's a fact. Like, look, okay, there's a lot of people who play intense games like Doom or like stuff like that, and they're not exactly good at the game. So I was like, I'm gonna stream it day one, blind. I did a blind 100% ultra violence complete playthrough. And like only a few people showed up. I was like, alright. I need to start tagging I need to put the tags on the next stream. I don't even know how all those people ended up finding the way out stream. Like, to be honest. Some guy said he just showed up, it showed up in a Minecraft video. And I was like, okay. You know? Whatever. So, long story short, I want to stream more. Do I know what games I would stream? Not particularly. But the fun part is that we get to grow together. So if I don't know what the fuck is happening, you'll figure out what the fuck I found out a little later. You know what I'm saying? And if it's streaming, you know, we get to be direct. We get to get intimate. We get to get close. And let me chill out. Let me chill out before I get an ASMR copyright claim or something. In my notes I wrote editing, and I don't know what I'm talking about. In a day or two, I'm gonna be getting my computer. And a lot of people want me to do a lot of things on my computer, which I don't really have plans on doing. I want time to work on myself for this time period, like this month or this 2 months, for a while. I want time to work on here, on this website that you're seeing this LogCast on right now. And we'll see what happens. It's fair to guess that things did not go my way if the daily upload stopped. I don't plan on ever, like, going on hiatus, or at least not in the foreseeable future. Even, let's say I got busy, right, and they forced me to do all this other crazy stuff. I think I would still post on here at least up to 3 times a week. 3 or 2 times, at most, at maximum. You feel me? I think 3's max and 2's minimum. To be honest, it'd be really shitty if I ended up doing 1. Would the LogCast continue? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah, the LogCast would continue. LogCasts are just nice. Like, LogCasts are just there for me to get some of the stuff from the week out of it. I wonder what a LogCast would look like if I started, like... Oh, God. Because I'm really thinking about what a LogCast would be if I got, like, a standard job, like a normal 9 to 5 retail, and I'm like, when you do work like that, all your creativity goes like, it's a thing where it's like, it just kind of comes out of your head. Like, you can get used to it. I'm not saying that you'll just turn into a zombie, but for a good chunk of time you'll be, right? Because you work the 9 to 5, you come home, you go to sleep, and then it's like, oh, I have a few hours before I gotta go to work and come back and then go to sleep again. Like, it's a very depressing cycle, low-key. What I'm getting at is when I did work like that, A lot of my creativity went out the window. I couldn't make videos at that time anyway, just because of like circumstances. But I don't know if I would have thought of any. If I was to do a LogCast then, I was in a very different headspace then, because I couldn't do this kind of stuff, and I was just like, I think all I did was I worked, I came home, went to sleep, play video games, went to work. Fuck, I don't want to get caught in that loop, bro. I don't know. I really, like, I don't know what to tell y'all. I have a goal over that lifestyle. You know, a lot of people don't. Some people go like, if I could just get the paycheck, I'm fucking out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, I'll just do this for the rest of my life. Work isn't meant to be happy. You're not meant to want anything from it. It's what's around it. And that's not a wrong mindset to have. It's just not the mindset that I have. And I don't think I could be in that mindset. You feel me? Like, just a little bit? So, you know, I feel like some people go like, oh man, YouTubers, you know, you little greedy fucking scumbags, you know? Who remembers when people used to do this for fun? And it's like, the reason that when people used to do it for fun, right? Like, only for fun. Because AdSense and all that wasn't a thing yet, and Patreon wasn't. So, or like, when that time period was happening, you notice a lot of the earlier YouTubers, a lot of their content by today's standards is considered really bad, because you're asking them to invest a ton of time into something that is not paying them. So they don't have a means of getting better other than working their other job and then having like a few hours of the day to record or edit, right? What I'm saying is times have changed, and if you want to ask someone to put in multiple hours of the day to work on something and then just go like, oh, I'm just not going to get paid at all or get anything from it, it's like, I don't understand the mentality of, oh, it's a bad thing that YouTubers want to get paid. It's like, I mean, yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, it just makes sense. What do you want to, like, what do you want to work where you get nothing out of it? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I understand some people do that, like, on the side. But, look, I'm not going to pretend like the thought of monetization has probably never thought... I'm not going to say that the thought of monetization has never entered their heads. It has to have at some point of time. Let's say, like, you do YouTube on the side. Like, you just post little funny things of you playing, I don't know, COD, right? And then it starts getting bigger and bigger. The thought of monetization, as you put more time into it, is going to cross your head 100% of the time. No matter what, that is going to happen. You are going to at least think about it once. And how nice it would be if you could get paid off of this. That's just how investing time into something works. You don't get time back. There are other reasons that someone would want to make a YouTube channel. Like, I think, for me, it's multiple things. Like, the first thing is, if this did become a job, that would be excellent, because I would get to do stuff I'd love all the time, and it would be creative. And then I'd have to think of videos for the rest of my life, which would be a very funny, interesting, wacky struggle. I'd get to meet a ton of people. There's a kind of legacy that I will have. Even, let's say, worst future, none of this works out. And I work a 9 to 12, like, something. I can't ever make videos again. This time period of me still trying, all of this is archived. This is probably not going to disappear. Just because it's on the internet, and everything on the internet always, in some form or another, can be found by someone else. So, in that way, it's a legacy kind of thing, you feel me? Maybe in like 100 years or something, Like, some random kid is gonna go like, oh, what's this YouTube channel? And then see it, and then you'll see me from this time period, right now. A lot of the main point of the LogCasts is just to archive where I am with myself at that moment. Sometimes I'll even just cut them on and listen to them to hear where I was at that point of time. It's gonna be so fucking weird when I'm like 25 and I'll just hear myself talking now, and I'll either be like a super depressed old man or it'll work out. Who knows? What the fuck? I had multiple things I was getting on, you know, and then I hit the legacy thing and my brain cut off. What was the last thing I was gonna say? I don't know. I forgot. I got really into that legacy thing. I guess that was a bigger component than I thought. But yeah, it just is. Like, all this creative type work that I've done that you, like I said, you most likely aren't gonna just find that anywhere else. Even if you find a similar type of content, it's not gonna be mine exactly, because everyone has their own way of making things, right? So it's a thing that's particular to me, right? That's what I'm saying. Back to the notes. You know, we had a nice little talk there. I don't know what the time is. I'm not even gonna look at it. It doesn't matter to me, to be honest. I usually go like, oh, it hits 50 minutes. I don't care. Whatever the time ends up being is the time it ends up being. I ended up talking about this earlier, and now I see it's a note, and I'm like, fuck. My monthly goal was 400 subs. By the end of this month, I want to hit 400 subs. I want to collab more. Let me just throw all that in there. I want to collab with more people. I want to meet more of these smaller YouTubers, you know? Just to make that kind of bond with them where we both feel like we can make content and then just like post it, and we'd be like, we would be meshing viewers and subscribers. I feel like that's a nice work relationship to get into. And since most of the people I wouldn't like collab with, a lot of them aren't like huge, so it'd be like a Vanoss situation, you know, where it's like, oh, I haven't heard of, like, someone from like 2015 would go like, oh, I haven't heard of Vanoss and the other ones. Damn, that's so fucked up. I haven't heard of Vanoss, H2O, and Wildcat, and then you hit this year and it's like, oh, it's the biggest gaming YouTube channel, and now you know all of them at the same time, because they were all built up at the same time with cross content, you know? I'm sorry, I was listening to a song, and the second I said, you know, Callie said, you know, and I was just like, man, I sound like I got the fattest crush on Callie. No comment. I'm not even gonna say anything. I was about to say something. It wasn't gonna be crazy or anything, but I'm like, nah. I'ma shut up. I'm listening to that mix I made, I think 2 weeks ago now. Because this is one of the first LogCasts that's going up the same. I'm recording this the same week that it's going up. Because a lot of times I'll record it like 2 LogCasts in the same week. Because I'll go like, oh, not that much could happen in this time period. But now that I'm like sticking my foot into everything, a lot is happening now. So, you know, I don't know if I mentioned this. Did I? No, I didn't. I don't think I did. I don't remember when the video came out. When did this go out? Last week? 2 weeks? Yeah, I think last week. Sayu. I made a video mixing Sayu's theme with the Sweet Mountain theme, and I was just like, I'm gonna just put this out here. First point about this, right? Alright, everyone listening? I know that Sayu is a fish. I know that she is a fish. And I know that in Sonic Colors, there is the aquatic level called Aquarium Park. I know this, right? I know this is a thing. I keep getting people that tell me, I think honestly you should have just mixed it with Aquatic Park. It's like, bro, from a design standpoint, hell yeah, I get what you're coming from. But from a song sound point, the two things do not sound similar enough. The reason I mixed Sweet Mountain and Saya's theme is because when I heard them, when I heard Saya's theme, I was like, oh shit, this would go well with this other song. And then I just put them together. I've heard Aquarium Park and I did not think of Saya, which is why I haven't done it. I'm not saying I won't do it ever. I'll work on it when, you know, I have time to. If that happens, I mean, you'll obviously see it. I'll know before you, but, you know. You know. What I was getting at, damn, that shit was making me upset. I'm not even gonna fake. Like, 3 people texted me, why didn't you do Aquarium Park? And it's like, because they're 2 different songs that do not sound similar, which is why I did not do that. Sorry, pal. Anyway, on a more positive note, I'm not actually mad about it. It was a funny little situation, but someone had heard the Saya mix and they told me, oh, can I make this a clay model? And I was sitting back like, why is he asking me? I didn't make the character. But it, you know, he asked me and I said, yeah, sure. And he says, okay, so like the next day or the next few hours I get a text and it's like, I was inspired to make this clay piece by this piece of music that was made by this Reddit user. And I was like, fuck, is this what feelings are? Like, I don't know. It felt nice to know that I motivated someone to make something. I don't know if I've mentioned that in the past LogCast. Like I said, I've recorded this 3 times, so some of the thoughts are jumbled in. Like, I do not fully remember what I said in LogCast 6. I rewatched a part of it, but I didn't watch the whole thing. I got the gist of what I was talking about, so I don't think I mentioned this. But yeah, it feels nice to know that people watch your stuff, and he was inspired by it. And I think the craziest part is we were both the same age, so I was just like, oh, I don't know, because I feel like older people are the kind of people who would go like, man, this moved me to work on a piece. I feel like younger people, like my age kind of people, would not be open about that kind of stuff, usually. Like, unless, I mean, you shoved it in front of them. Like, they usually wouldn't say stuff like that, because they're like, oh, that's embarrassing. I don't think there's anything embarrassing with saying that you respect someone else's work, right? Like, let's say I had a friend who made this excellent kind of content. I would go like, oh bro, this is cool. Like, you wouldn't have to ask me to say that. I would just tell you. If something was to like move me enough to go like, oh shit, I'm gonna make something off of it, I would just tell you that I'm going to do that. I guess I'm built different, I don't know. But it wasn't a thing that I was expecting from someone in my age range or in general. Now that that's out of the way, this is my last point. I could go on for this. I could go on with this part for a bit. So I'm trying to think about everything else. I think that's all I wanted to say. Actually, there was I'm gonna just say it. There was an issue with the last LogCast 6. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, because I'm gonna tell you and then you're gonna go like, oh shit, I always see it. There was like 3 errors with that LogCast, right? I'm not gonna tell you what they are, but I just remember finishing editing it and then I exported it and I saw it when the video went up and I was like, oh fuck, oh that's kind of bad. I don't think it's super obvious. You'd have to be paying attention to see it, but it's not gonna happen this time. You know, it's not gonna happen with this LogCast, but that last one was, you know, it's the tiny things that tear me apart. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you tell me to edit something and like I make it and then like a pixel's off. I'm like, I gotta redo it. It's time to re-upload. Like the review video, I forgot what was wrong with it, but I was like, I gotta re-upload it. So there's a private version that only I can see that y'all can't see. I haven't looked at it, so I can't even really tell you what the error was. But I just know I was like, ooh, it's not good. And I took it down like in 5 seconds. Let's talk about how I've been on top of shit. I failed myself again recently. Today, this month, this week. Vlogcasts, like I mentioned them before. I mentioned in one of them before that I like to have content a week ahead every single time in case shit happens and I can't think of something. And I think it was last week where I was in like this weird kind of funk and I couldn't think of anything. I had some videos made from before that I never compiled together, so I put some of them together, but I didn't have anything for this week. So this video, Thursday's video, and Friday's video, I'll have made all of those this week because I was behind. This is not a thing that I should make a practice of because it's a very bad thing to get into. I mean, like, a part of it's just like, I know most people would go like, I mean, if you're a week ahead and if you can still catch up, right? Because technically I'm ahead of schedule. Technically I don't really have to do anything until the day of or the day before, just to give myself enough time to hit the deadline and edit all of it and all that. But when I fall behind having the whole week ready, I don't feel good about it, is what I'm getting at. Like, no one's forcing me to do it. Like, no one has a gun to my head and is telling me if you don't hit 5 uploads, if you don't schedule 5 uploads, I swear I'm gonna come into your house and I'm gonna shoot you. Like, that's not a thing. But it's a personal checklist thing for me that I don't like falling behind on, and I'm gonna try to not fall behind on it again. I mean, I guess to be fair, I did upload something on Saturday, and I was working on the TikTok like last Thursday. So I was making content. I just didn't post it on here. But this is one of the main things I'm focusing on. So either way, no matter what excuse I come up with, it shouldn't have happened in the first place. Is that all I had to say before the last point? I think it was. There will be the loudest car going by. There will be a clip from LogCast that I'll use to advertise. Like, it'll be on Instagram. It's already on. It might already be on Instagram, actually. That clip is from the cut ending of the last LogCast, like the cut part of the LogCast I just didn't upload just because so much changed in the week. I'm starting to think when I get things set up, like if I make a Patreon or something, I think I'll put those there, because I don't know, because I don't have anything to do with the wasted pod, the LogCasts. I could just make a playlist called like LogCast Trash, and then I dump those in there. But I know the first one that I got rid of, you might have to pay for that. Because I said some stuff and I was like, I don't know what could come of the things I'm saying. It wasn't like political or anything, but it was stuff that I did not want to get into in a LogCast. Because the LogCast's main purpose is for me to talk about the creative process and all that, and all the stuff I've been doing on the week. It's like a weekly checkup. So I brought in other topics that I felt they didn't need to be discussed here. So that's why they don't exist. So yeah, that's why. That's a thing. But long story short, in the last LogCast, I ended up getting really calm at the end, and I don't remember what happened. I don't even remember what I was talking about to get into that mindset. I just remember going like, yeah, guys, no matter what anyone tells you, live your dreams. Like, I was saying shit like that. I wasn't high or anything. Like, let me say that. But I don't know. I was in a really chill mood that day. I guess I'm not today. I don't know. I feel like I've been doing shit all today. Like, it's 5 o'clock. I remember it being 12. Like, I swear it was 12 an hour ago, but that's not how time works. But let's get into time. Look at this fucking perfect transition. What I wanted to get at, and I think this is how I ended up being as calm, because I think I had the same last point in both videos. In last week, I had seen two things, right? I had seen the Unis Anis. I really hope you know what I'm talking about, because I'm gonna sound really weird if you don't by saying that name. He ended up talking about how anyone could do what he did. You just need to have the patience and the will to work at it, right? So I had seen that, and then I saw a video from PK Sparks. If you don't know who PK Sparks is, he is a YouTuber who's been YouTubing for a really long time, and I'd never watched him like that. I had a friend in middle school who did, which is going to tell you how long ago that was. I think the guy's gotta be like 30 now, or like late 20s, because I'm not in middle school anymore. I'm not technically in school. Like, you know. So he had made this video where he was like, I'm gonna summarize his 10-minute video for you in a few sentences. He basically was like, I have to take care of my wife, I have to take care of my 2 kids, and I have to take care of my family. And I don't feel like I'm putting in the best effort that I could. So I'm gonna leave. And when he said that, basically what I had gathered from it is, you better do this shit while you're young and you don't have commitments. Like, I can't imagine myself just coming up like, you know, in a few vlogcasts and going like, so guys, I got married. Like, I don't think that's going to happen. That is highly unrealistic. But damn, this is reminding me of, I said nah, that's a bad joke now. After this, one of those deleted vlogcasts where I kept saying shit. I don't have any of those super time-consuming commitments yet. So this is the best time for me, or anyone my age, doing the kind of stuff people our age do. I think this is the best time for us to start. One kid was like, I'm 16. Should I start my YouTube channel? And there's nothing stopping you from doing it as early as you want. If you have the drive and the will to do so, you can do it at any age. What was that kid's name? FaZe, the one who got banned off Fortnite. I don't remember his name. I know he's younger than me. And Morgs was younger than me too. We might be the same age now. I don't know. But long story short, what I'm saying is young people can do it too. It doesn't matter what age you are. I mean, like, don't be an infant and be able to take what the internet can throw at you. But there's no age stopping you from doing this kind of stuff. Like, I think I started it. How old was I? Shit, I was barely a teen, if that. Like, I think I must have been like 13. And now we're here years later, right? So there's not an age thing on it. If anything, I was getting at, do not think, dude, value your time. If you want to do this, I recommend you put your time into it with the time that you have, because you have a lot more than people older than you. like one of the DIY guys, he was like 30, so he works like a full-time job. I think he had a wife. I think she was holding the camera. What I'm saying is they have a lot more commitments that they have to do when they have like their house and their family and all that. You don't have those kind of commitments, so you have that freedom right now to do whatever you want to do. So I recommend that you get out there and you do things with your time, things that could benefit you and the people around you, and make connections and all that before you have to give your time into other things that you may not want to do. That is my recommendation to anyone listening to this. Golly. It's something about seeing him quit in particular, just because I think he said he uploaded daily, and I was like, oh shit. I thought it was his job by this point. Like, I thought that's what he did to get his money, just because he did it for so long. And he mentioned how he had a 9 to 5, and then he'd make the videos, and I was like, oh nah. You gotta be built different to do that. I think I might have made a video or two when I was working at my job, but not daily. He mentioned that he had a Patreon to pay for editors for it, but still, you have to have energy for people to come see you, like I've said before. And coming like off of work into a video, I understand that those bring you joy too, but it's different because you're tired, and like I said, he had a family to also take care of, so he had a lot on his plate, and I'm impressed that he managed to do it for that long. I think he said he might stream on Twitch, and that's it. I think he said he'd be on Twitch and like be kind of active on Twitter. But yeah, I found that impressive. After about 10 years that he managed to do all of that while working his 9 to 5 job. It's funny the amount of times that I've looked up people that I used to know from my past and they just don't exist anymore. I don't mean people I met personally. Like, I mean like YouTubers. Like, I go like, oh, I haven't thought of you in a while, and it's like, well, they've been locked up, or I've decided to quit YouTube and move on to greener pastures. There's always stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, okay. To be honest, I don't know what else I'd really want to do. I think I've mentioned it before, that my main dream, some people would say dream job, but I would just say dream period, is to just get popular on YouTube and then just meet all these people and then travel to all these places and go to VidCons. And it's funny that I want to go to VidCons because I fucking hate heights. And you already know not all of them are going to be where I live, so I'm going to have to take a plane. But I feel like at that point, I don't even think I'd care. You know? Just the thought of making all those people happy like that, I think that would just make it. I think that's what I want. Just for the people and the journey on the way of doing that. That's another main reason I want to do collabs and all that, just because that's a fun story to tell. I met all these random strangers and we ended up being cool. Haha. Like, I don't know. Because being a little stupid kid with stars in his eyes, like, I'm gonna meet all the super famous people. You know, the people who already go to VidCons, have panels, and do all this shit? I'm gonna be with them, like... You don't go into the same spawn with them, is what I'm saying. You gotta make with what you are at this moment. I think it's this YouTube journey, in the 1 month that I've seriously done it, it's been pretty interesting. I've ran into a few people. We haven't bonded in this way that I'd like for us to, but, you know, I had a thought right before I ended up talking about meeting people and creating shit with people. Something about the having a family thing. I don't know. I'd have to have like a Distortion 2 deal. Because I think both him and his girlfriend, I think they both stream. I can't imagine like working like a job like YouTube and then just coming home to your wife that works like a 9 to 5 and then she's just like, "Hey, my fucking manager." Like, I don't have anything against that, but it would be desirable. If I was to, I want to say this. Do I really want to say this? Like a little bit. It's the best comparison I can think of. Like someone like Callie. Look, I don't crush on Callie that hard. Just someone like Callie, like someone who works in a similar field as me, trying to get to the same point or dream as me. Something like that. That would be cool. Like, that would be the ideal situation that I would be in. Not that I have to take care of my wife and kids who do nothing. More the wife, not the kids. Golly, that sounded about to sound terrible out of context. You know, I think if it was two people trying to do the same thing at the same dream, making the same kind of income, working the same kind of schedules, I think that would be excellent. Even if it wasn't the exact same thing. Going back to Callie just a little bit. What Callie, she does YouTube, she makes music, probably a few other things. I heard of her doing freelance. I think she mentioned it in a stream or something. Shit like that. I need independent creative type stuff. That's what I'm getting at. I guess most of this is an archive for me. I know other people are gonna hear it, but
I'm not crazy.
You know.
Am I?
What did I say in the first LogCast? Maybe someone will see it, maybe someone won't. Either way, it's for me. But God, I'm gonna regret this. I think that's just what I'd want in a significant other person, right? Oh God, how did we end up talking about romance from time? But yeah, what I'm getting at is I'd want someone similar to me who's gone through the same kind of things that I have, because I've had a few relationships. Oh God, where is this LogCast going? I've had a few relationships, right, with people who had way different mentalities from me and different work ideals and life ideals from me. And I mean, I still liked them. Just there was certain things I can't connect to them with. There's certain things I can't connect to them on just because of how different our ideals are. Like, I don't know what happened to a lot of those people that I was that kind of intimate with, but I know they didn't end up like trying to do anything like what I'm trying to do, right? I remember one of them, I think, laughed at me. I was like, alright, that's why that didn't happen. But you know, this got oddly personal. Yeah. What the fuck is happening? Oh man. Yeah, I had a good lot to talk about this week. Now I'm gonna look at the time. Now I'm gonna see how long I've been talking. Now I'm gonna see it says 50 minutes. That's a good estimate, y'all? Do you think that's a good estimate? 50? Fucking 1 hour and 9 minutes. Whoa, this is gonna take forever to export. I'll export it in my sleep. I usually mean to do that, but I'll go like, wait, I want to watch a YouTube video, and then I end up having to export it like in the day. And then I'm like, I'm wasting time that didn't need to be wasted, but someone fucking chose to not do anything. Like, I've been getting better at sleeping. I like, now that I'm, for lack of a better word, working, it's like, sleep is important. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you and go like, I don't ever even fall asleep on my phone. Like, yeah, it still happens. Just, it happens a lot less than it used to.
Human error is always.
Because I'm like, I have to have an effective brain.
I'm not crazy.
I'll have to have an effective brain going on before I do this. So I have to get a nice amount of sleep. I need my 8 hours. I need my 8 hours, or else nothing's happening. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've adjusted into this process of making daily things. Because I think the first time I said it, I wasn't even sure if it was actually going to happen. Because before that, how much did I upload? It was not. It might have been once a week. I think that's what I said. I think I said the first time when I just came back, I said I would upload once a week. But if I had uploaded once a week, there would have been so much I've learned now that I just would not have learned. Because I wouldn't have had the chance to do it as much. Like, if I didn't upload as much as I do, I don't think I would have learned how to fix, how to use anything other than KineMaster. I think I still would have been on Viva Video, which was the thing I was originally using. The reason I stopped using it is because it had one audio track, and I was like, oh my god. That might be a story for a whole LogCast, to be honest, just where I started from when I got this phone versus where we've ended now, just because the importance of time, man. I don't know what to tell you. I learned so much by myself from just doing this. Like, if I didn't upload as much as if I didn't put as much effort into this as I do, I'm not even gonna fake. I don't know if I've put as much effort into this as I've done in anything else. Like, a lot of people, like someone, let's say the reviewer guy comes back and he just comes in and he just shits on everything. Let's say he goes like, even when he said, okay, this one video stinks, I upload so much content, and let alone all of it is varied enough where, like, even if you go like, oh, I don't like that video, I'll wait for tomorrow's. You might love tomorrow's video. And also, the editing quality goes up with all those gameplay videos every single time I make one. Which means I should probably do more of them, because I've only made like 2, but, you know. I've learned so much. Like, the Discord idea would not have happened if I wasn't in this mindset of uploading all the time. This collabing with other creators, that sure as hell would not have happened this year. I'm gonna tell you straight, I would not have thought of collabing with anyone else, because I'm just like, this content needs to be me. It has to have my touch. And I don't trust, it was the mindset that I had before. I was like, I don't trust people enough with my kind of content, let alone I don't know what dynamic I would have with the other person. So I was like, the only people I would collab with is people that I know by myself, like that I've met in real life. But now that I'm doing this like this, I think it would be a great experience for me to collab with some other creators that I've never met before that are about the same size as I am. The dubbing thing, oh hell yeah. Hell yeah no. Yeah, hell yeah no. The only dub you would have got from me, the only thing you would have ever heard my voice in that wasn't like a gameplay video, probably would have been the Raiders dub, because even that, I don't know. Because when you have to think of a video for every single day, every single weekday, it drives you to do things that you wouldn't have otherwise done. I don't think I would have dubbed it. I think I would have been like, oh, this is embarrassing. Like, I don't think I would have done that. But I was just like, this is an interesting experience for me, and it could be content. So I did both. And then the subatomic thing happened because I just loved the character. And the last dub I did, which is on the TikTok, because I didn't post it here, or at least not yet. I wouldn't have done that. Hell no, I wouldn't have done that. I would have been like, you want me to say what? But, you know. Yeah, I've learned a lot. I learned how to edit better. given the circumstance that I've had to edit on a phone this whole time. I learned how to make the outro better. The outro that I haven't used in a long time. I wouldn't have. No, that wouldn't have been a thing earlier. Like, you could tell just from if you jumped from the Leatherface video to the Gale or the Madeir video, either would have worked. You could see a huge fucking improvement in quality from then to now. And that's just the start, because I'm gonna get my computer soon, and then when I figure out how to work the software, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what the quality's gonna look like, but you learn a lot when you do a lot. You know what I'm saying? I want to learn so much more about creating content, and I want to have all these new experiences with all these different people that if I was to stop now and to not experience those things, I would feel like I owed myself more than anything. There's all these creative type people that I would not have ran into if I wasn't doing this the way I was. If I didn't have this passion or this drive to do it, I would not have met half of these people. I wouldn't, yeah. I just wouldn't have met half of these people.
Wait a second.
And I'm so interested to see what happens moving forward. There's a few people who I've seen follow me who do similar stuff to me. Not just followers like, oh yeah, that was funny. Like followers that do the same kind of things that I do. And I think there's potential for me to even collab with them, even though I don't have any plans on doing it right now. And that option wouldn't have opened up if I didn't start posting myself out everywhere and had the do I want to say courage on myself? If I didn't build up that courage to do all this, that kind of stuff wouldn't have happened. The clay model thing, the making mixes thing, and I love those mixes. Not even just because other people see them, I love them for myself too. Like I'm listening to one right now. Like, you feel me? Just so much.
Wait a second.
You know, sometimes, because I think I've said it before, a lot of people don't acknowledge what I do, or they try to undermine it, but shit, I love LogCast, bro. Now I'm thinking about it. I've done so much over this last month or two. I think it's been a month or two that I've started following this schedule. I've done this for like 30 days. I forgot how many uploads we had. I think I hit 100 videos not too long ago. Some people go like, it's about the journey to get there. Like, I remember Will. I'm gonna call him Will. I'm not gonna say his name. Okay, yeah, I will. Soft Willie. That's his name. I didn't make it. He was talking about how when he had started, he was like, I think it was about the journey, because I think he said he used to work at like his mom and pop's shop or something, and I was just like, I mean, I don't want to do that. Like, I get the whole thing about, now that I'm thinking back on it for myself, even though a lot of people don't acknowledge what I do or don't think I can make this a thing that I do, I've learned so much about myself and for myself by myself that even that little bit is worth it. I guess that's gonna be one of my inspirations moving forward. I never really thought about it till this very moment. But he was like, it's about the journey, and I guess now I'm seeing you learn a lot on the journey, don't you? Yeah, I guess you do learn a lot on the journey. Huh. I guess when you see it in TV shows and shit, it comes off as cheesy, but when you really process what's happened, shit. I don't know.
Wait a second. second.
A lot of things I wouldn't have seen if I wasn't going on this. I don't know what I would have been doing with myself if I didn't make anything. I really don't. Like, because I think before I was just upset that I couldn't do anything, right? And then I don't know if I mentioned it, but there was a time period when I got this phone, I couldn't motivate myself to make anything because I wasn't able to make anything for so long that it fucked me up. So now that I'm back at it, it's a story.
Only a second.
Maybe one of these days in the future I'll go like draw my life. I'd have to get some subs to do a draw my life. I'm gonna keep it 100%. I would have to hit like 500k. I'm gonna keep it.
So let's get to work.
I don't like talking about myself that deep. Because when people do draw my life, they go like, so here's what my problems were at birth. Here's how I overcame them. Like, all that, I wouldn't get that deep. I would have to hit a big milestone to do a draw my life or something like that, where I go that in depth about myself. It's about the journey. Because, I mean, yeah, now shit, man. Why'd I have to think about this one stupid quote that's used in everything now? Yeah. The goal is gonna feel so nice. I know some people go like, I get to the goal and then I don't feel accomplished. I already know I'm gonna feel accomplished. I know. I don't know how some people go like, I hit the milestone and then I just didn't feel anything. Like, okay. Like, let's say graduating high school. I didn't feel anything then, because I wasn't the one who wanted to work towards that. Like, it was a thing I had to do. Like, I wasn't going to drop out or anything. But it was a thing that was expected of me, right? And everyone goes like, yeah. But I feel like now that I'm taking this road less traveled, the journey is a very important part of it. And now I'm thinking about how much I've learned along the way, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, I get the saying now. But that goal is gonna be so fucking nice. When I hit that place where I'm able to meet all those people that I've respected and admired this whole time, when I hit that, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna be feeling myself. Like, all of it's gonna be worth it. Shit, I get excited over even tiny milestones now. Like, a while ago, my subs dipped from 290 to they dipped to 298. And I was like, oh my god, it takes so long to get subs, I'm scared. And now, I think, what are we at? We're at 303, and I got those in like the last week, like I said. So, that, I got hyped for that. I didn't, it was a very self-party, but it was a very contained party for myself. But I was like, oh, hell yeah, 3 subs. That's gonna sound like baby numbers because there's people who don't do this, but when you do this and you get those 3 subs, it's like, what's up, boys? Welcome to the family. Like, it's that kind of thing. But let's avoid making this a 2-hour-long podcast, right? I love y'all. Every single one of y'all. Don't think I don't. Like I always say, like and subscribe to follow me on this interesting journey that we've gone on. Or going on. It isn't it. And I hope to see you next time. Sayonara.